Well, this ought to be interesting. Wife told me to do a jump. Yes, so this is one of those season finale videos where I pack up the bike, well, after this video, and that's gonna be it for this riding season, the 10th riding season. And just let's take a quick look at where we are at here. There have been quite a few interesting developments regarding my bikes during this season, unexpected for me as well. I would never have even dreamed of having 2 new bikes in one season. And you know, looking back, I am a little bit sad that I couldn't keep the Ducati Hypermotard. Setting everything aside, it was a really fun bike to ride. So even those few months of owning the Ducati, it did give me a good impression that once that Ducati Enduro potentially comes out, and it's been around for a long enough time for it to resolve all of the problems, initial problems that every new model has, that yes, I would probably want to have that. I know Ducati is not really like reliable or whatnot. It's fine, but this kind of ride that I'm doing, it's perfectly fine. But until then, oh, let's indicate properly. This is my new house. This is where my house is gonna be, right behind this little Christmas tree. I don't know how it's called, but alas, here we are. Let me, if I can find the neutral, show you what we got. You're gonna fall through here. Oh, I need a stone. Oh, that's a better stone actually. Yeah, so this is what I've got this year. A Honda CRF300L, sorry, 2024 model. And with my new nice graphics as well. Actually, I'm very happy for this bike. The main thing, it is bloody light, and I love light bikes. It just makes so confident riding the way I ride, like basically anywhere except like high speed, and this is one thing that this thing can't do at all. But that said, I mean, other than that, it's perfectly fine. It's a fun thing to ride because it feels good, it feels soft, it's not snatchy. It's now everything is sort of falling into place, because initially the main problem I had with it, that was actually the brakes, because I'm used to just doing the one finger pull. The clutch, yeah, it's super light. You can't even feel the clutch. But the brake was, yeah, you really needed to grab a handful for it to do anything, but it sort of worn itself in somehow. And the back brake as well. I mean, I always use both of them. I actually might even use the back brake a bit more, and it performs like nicely. It has ABS on the back, but somehow it still locks up at times. I don't know if it's supposed to do that or it's a malfunction, but it just works fine for me. Other than that, I don't really, I don't know what bad things to say about the bike, because there's just really nothing. But yes, the graphics, my own doing, and this time I actually applied the stickers myself as well, which was not a good idea, because there are problems. There are bubbles, not how it should be. I'm considering this to be like the first version. This is not how it's gonna be in the long run, because I definitely want to change it and have some professional do this, because this is not optimal. But you know, if you look at it from a distance, it's fine. It looks good. It's definitely better than the dull look it had before. And yeah, of course, these little straws that I had around for almost 10 years. And there you have it, my new bike, my current bike. And she's called Maria, because apparently that's a Japanese name. Did not know that before. So actually Estonian name as well, so it works perfectly. But yes, the reason why I'm packing up is it's getting cold. It's already today, it's just 10 degrees. It's not bad Celsius, obviously, but still, would love for it to be a little bit warmer and not freeze my hands. Actually, you know what? Let's call it a day. I mean, the season, it's been really nice, but I guess it's time to say goodbye. Ciao. Yep, one finger pull. It's an expensive test. Ha! Y'all really thought that this was it? Nah. Hey, cat. Nah, I plan on riding until my fingers start freezing or the battery on the GoPro dies. But yeah, let's ride just a little bit more. Oh man, come on. Slow. Okay, that was a little bit stupid, but in my defense, I don't have any defenses, sorry. No, actually, I'm gonna blame the cold. It's just freezing up my brain and it doesn't function as it should be. So I'm gonna take it slow and calm and controlled and not try to be an idiot anymore. Let's see how that works out for me. It sure doesn't feel like it's been working too well. Because how else would you otherwise call swapping up a perfect good brand new Ducati for a, well, half-priced new bike, the Honda. But yeah, in all seriousness, for everyday riding, this is so much better. It is so much more, I don't know, it just feels so much more comfortable. It's not a comfy bike. Are you trying to let me pass you? I'm not gonna pass you. What do you think I am? Anyways, yes, because the suspension is so freaking soft. I know that's actually a problem with this bike, that the suspension is just ridiculous, rebonkulous. And sorry people, I can't be bothered today. I feel double bad now. Anyways, but for everyday riding, not doing any kind of performance riding on the dirt, off the road, high speed, whatever, it's just so goddamn good. And the seat is definitely plusher. It's not like, if you compare it to, like, I don't know, any big ADV bikes is different, but for my kind of riding, again, this is nice, this is plush, this is okay. And wait, are there any, yeah, some parts do feel very cheap, like the foot pegs, they just feel like this really odd thing, but again, they function well. If I'm not actively looking at them, I don't even notice them, because underneath my feet it feels all right. There are vibrations, especially if you're going at speeds, but again, it's nothing compared to what the Ducati was doing. It was obnoxious above 90 kilometers an hour, like anything like road speeds. And this is, again, in that sense, a lot better. And also, it doesn't have a problem sitting at 110, even 120, it will do just fine. Thanks to the 6th gear, which is like so tall, it's sort of like an overdrive. It's perfect. The only thing I do wish it had was, yes, the windscreen, and that is the first thing on my bucket list to get for this bike, is the tower. The One Adventure Tower is probably going to be the thing I'm going to get. It has now also a taller screen option, which I definitely do like. But we'll see. It's an expensive thing, and we'll see if I have the money to put into this bike in such amounts, because the decal, these were dirt cheap. And there's no really any other expenses I've had to do for this bike. Yeah, the 1,000 kilometer service, which was also almost nothing. That is the weird thing. I enjoy riding this bike more than any other bike I had in the near past. Not that, well, Hypermotard, it was fun to ride if you rode it aggressively. Exactly the same story with the 701 Supermoto Enduro. I had it for such a short time, don't even remember. The BMW, it had its problems. It had a lot of problems, but I still had a lot of fun. And guess also I had a lot of time back then. But this is the kind of riding that I do most, like this, just puttering along in urban areas. This kind of bike is so much better because it's compliant, it's soft, it's light again. So one of the problems I had with the Triumph Bobber, it was a gorgeous bike. It's a gorgeous sounding bike as well, and it wasn't as comfortable. It's one thing is the suspension, but the other thing is just moving the damn thing around. It was so annoying. It's so heavy, and it's so low as well that you really have to like go down low to hold the handlebars. And nah, I like bicycle weights. I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. You know, the only thing I'm thinking right now, I will see if I'm going to circle back to this later in the future, but if not the Ducati 698 Mono Enduro, whatever might come out in the future, that I would rallies, or put a rally tower on it and make it a like lightweight ADV bike. If not that, if maybe Honda came out with a little bit bigger displacement, but still which would have the service intervals like this one has, basically whenever you feel like, then you know, maybe because I don't need my bike to go 200 kilometers an hour, right? I don't need that. I just wish it did a little bit more than this one. Like it will max out at 130, and this is, yes, downwind basically. It's not ideal. If it did a little bit more, just this a little bit, I might consider it.
And remember, only you can prevent